The 10th generation of Pokemon has now been teased, and in the first trailer, we got to see the new trio of starters. Now we have Braut, the grass starter, Pombon, the fire starter, and Gekwa, the water starter. And since they only revealed the first three, they gave us Fakemon artists the perfect opportunity to predict what the evolutions will look like. Many other artists have already made evolutions of these starters now, and today I want to do the same. Now, these are not really going to be predictions, because I don't think the official ones are going to look like mine at all. These are more what I would want them to look like, and the direction I would have gone if I worked for Pokemon. But without further ado, let's evolve the Gen 10 starters. So first out we have Braut. Now, since it is unclear what type of bird it is based on as of now, I want to base my evolutions on the Javan hawk eagle, which is the national bird in Indonesia, and therefore it just fits in perfectly. For the middle stage, I want to keep most of the colors of the first one, and also keep the angry facial expression and the dynamic pose. I made it look down on you to make it seem more powerful than it actually is, and gave it bean buttons on its chest. And there you go, Braut has evolved into Flapleaf. Now, this was definitely not my favorite of the designs I'm going to show in this video, but I think it still works. It keeps the concept of its pre-evolution, and very much resembles the bird it is based on. Now for the final evolution, I just went all out in trying to make it look like a large and awesome looking predator bird, while still keeping the concept. I made it look large and imposing, and almost ended up making it look like a pseudo-legendary, honestly. And boom! Flapleaf has evolved into Floraptor. Now this is a design I really like. It may look too mean for a starter, but I honestly would really like to see something like this, because I just think it works. Next out is Pombon, and this one is obviously based on a Pomeranian, so let's expand on that. I would really like to see it evolve into some of the larger members of the Spitz family, so that's the direction I want to go for now. For the middle stage, I want to base it on the middle Spitz, which is kind of in the middle of the Spitz family as well, so it makes sense. I wanted to expand on the fur on the head and give it some more red to make it look more fiery. And there we go. Pombon has evolved into Pomstar. Yeah, I just couldn't avoid the opportunity to use that name. For the design, I think it keeps a lot of the cuteness while looking considerably stronger, and I think this one works pretty well. But now on to the final evolution, and for this one, I wanted to go in the direction of the Wolf Spitz, which is the largest member of the Spitz family. I kept a lot of the aesthetic of the middle stage, but made it a lot taller and more buff. I also gave it a more diverse color scheme, with red still being the main color, but with some purple and yellow as well to make it more striking. I also turned the tail into a large burning flame, and in the end, Pomstar evolves into Spitfire. I'm just very happy with this one, and I would really love if the official one looked something like this. It looks big and powerful, but it still looks like it could be your friend and win battles for you. And that is what a starter should be like, honestly. Now the last one out is Gekwa. This was honestly the hardest of the three, because I think the concept is less obvious with this one. So I decided to just keep it as a gecko, but go in a sort of psychic type direction instead, because that's just the vibes I get from its eyes. For the middle stage, I wanted to make just a bigger and more capable version of Gekwa. I took some inspiration from Frogadier, and just went for the same concept as the pre-evo, but a cooler version, before completing the concept in the final evolution. Yeah, I did kind of copy the Frogadier and Greninja pose, but I thought it was fine since this is a gecko and not a frog. I also gave it fingers and toes kind of like Mewtwo's, because I think this fits the psychic typing as well. And there you go, Gekwa has evolved into Gekwid. Now, I do like this one, but it was honestly not easy. I wish I could go deeper with the concept, but this is what I managed to come up with for the middle stage for now. For the final evolution, I want to really lean into the psychic type, and just make it look like something that could beat you just by looking at you. Now, I want it to look almost alien-like, while still keeping the gecko aesthetic. The goal was to complete the concept while at the same time making the Pokemon look somewhat feminine, because I feel like the eyelashes on Gekwa kind of indicate that they're going to go for something like that. And finally, Gekwid has evolved into Hydreigo. Now this is far and away my favorite design from this video, and if it was real, it would be one of my favorite water starters of all time. I think I managed to do everything I wanted to with this one, and it succeeded despite being the hardest of the 3 lines to evolve in my opinion. And there we have them. If I was the one making the evolutions for the new starters, I would probably go for something like these. I was only somewhat satisfied with the middle stages, but I was just so happy with the final stages that I'm gonna let it slide. If these were the official final starters, I think it would be my favorite starter trio ever since Gen 4, I think. Now if you like what I do and you want to see more, consider subscribing and liking the video, and maybe leave a comment below and tell me what you think of these designs. You can also check out my Instagram from the link in the description, and if you want to see me evolve some old forgotten Pokemon instead, you can check out this video here. But that's it for now, and I will see you guys next time.